from SeraCraft Studios, and I'm the owner and dyer behind SeraCraft Yarn. And it's been a while. I actually recorded this episode last week, and I was having some technical difficulties, and it was a terrible recording. So I'm trying again. And also, it was funny, I was having problems on Instagram and everything because when I was trying to respond to people, it was duplicating my responses, and I was just, it was terrible. But anyway, hopefully this will be better. And so I thought I'd try again. So I don't know what episode it is. 5, maybe, ish, somewhere around there. So if this is your first time here, welcome. And today it's May 8th, one of my good friend's 40th birthday is today. So that's exciting. I can't believe we're 40 this year. It hardly seems possible. So anyway, let's see where you can find me. Okay, we'll start there. So I'm the owner and dyer behind SeraCraft Yarn. I'm on Etsy. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook is SeraCraft Yarn. And you can find me on Etsy. Did I say that? Etsy is SeraCraft Yarn. You can find me on Ravelry is Sera M, S-E-R-A-M. And I have had a couple of people who have tried to friend me on Instagram under my personal account, which is Sera M. But unless I know you personally, I don't accept those requests. So if you want to follow me there, please go to SeraCraft Yarn. And then let's see. I'll put everything down below. You can find my yarn at my Etsy shop, but also at 2 brick and mortar stores here in Washington State. One is here in Spokane, that is the Hook and Needle Nook, and the other is in Auburn, Washington, and that is A Little Nitty. So if you're in either of the areas, you should go into their shops, and then also I believe they both ship. So if you see something on my feed or that was in my shop that you liked, maybe check with them and see if they have it, if I don't have it. And also about the shop, there's a few little things going on. There's not a ton listed right now. I haven't really been feeling like dyeing yarn very often, and when I have, everything has sold very quickly, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much. But it's been a busy month, and also my knitting and dyeing mojo is just, until the last week or so, it has been nearly non-existent. So there hasn't been a lot there. One exciting thing that we are doing right now is a summer sock club that I am doing with collaboration with Sarah Stevens from Graceland Wool, and it's available in her shop as well as my shop. It is a 2-month club for the months of June and July, where you will get a surprise skein of yarn based on the inspiration photos. I'll try to insert them. I don't know how to insert in the middle of a video. I am not very tech savvy. I'll try to insert some pictures at the end, a collage of pictures, but also the listings show the inspiration for those. So 1 month will be yarn from me, 1 month will be yarn from Sarah. And so that's very exciting. That's our summer sock club. And then we are also doing a knit along, which we haven't really talked about that much, but I don't have dates yet. We'll post those. But we are doing like a knit along, read along. And it's going to be, I'm looking at my little notes. So summer tops and shorty socks, because, you know, it's end of spring and it's beautiful and sunny right now here in Eastern Washington. It's like 75 today, which is bananas, and frankly feels very hot. But that's because it's been 30 at night. So all of a sudden 75 during the day feels really warm. So we are doing summer tops and shorty socks, and I co-hosting that with Sarah Stevens. Probably, maybe we'll do it with the Fiber Girls too, you know, like in all the groups or something. And you can do anything that falls into those categories, whether it's socks for you, for your kids, whatever. Tops, you know, tank tops, summer tops, bralettes. I mean, those like short, whatever, tops, crop, whatever. If people wear those, not me, but some people do. We don't want to see that on me, but so anyway. And then the read along is the new book called Be Invited by Jennifer, and I'm going to say it this way. I don't know if it's right. McMahon. So she also wrote a couple of other really great books. One is Winter People, which we did a read along for, and that was a fantastic book, and I really enjoy her writing. So The Invited just came out. I'm waiting on my copy through the library right now, so I'm hoping somebody reads fast. But so let's see. I think that is it as far as shop stuff. It's probably going to be slow in my shop over the summer, maybe even on vacation mode, because as you guys know, I'll be going to Italy, and I am making lists of all the things to do to get, you know, allergy medicine and EpiPens and all of that stuff, and allergy cards, figuring out car seats for the airplane. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have a lot to do. I'm even planning snacks because, you know, getting gluten-free and nut-free food for a plane, not on the plane, it's going to be nearly impossible. I mean, we do have allergy-friendly meals, but let's be honest, I don't really trust them. So anyway, so I'm planning all of that. So probably my shop will be fairly quiet other than the clubs and a few little things coming in. One thing I'll show you real quick while I'm talking about it is this is my Reflecting Pools colorway. And it's just, oh, these colors, this is pretty much how I'm feeling right now. Like, I want to be at the lake. I want to be at the ocean. I want to be walking around, like the bright pinks and the dark purples and the aquas and the teal. Oh, it's just like, this is how I'm feeling right now. So this is one new colorway that I have going, and you guys will slowly start to see I'm switching over. This is the prototype. This is not what it's going to, this is not the paper, but I'm switching back to a ball band because I like it better. And I'm going to get a heavier weight paper, and I'm really excited because I just really like the look of that. I love my cards, but the hanging cards, I just decided I would rather have a ball band. So you'll slowly see those start to come onto yarn if you order it from me, and going into shops. And I also will be accepting wholesale accounts later this summer. So if you would like to see it at your local yarn shop, or you are a shop owner and you would like to have my yarn, please contact me. Probably around August, I'll start accepting that again. And then let's see, what else is exciting? Tons of stuff is going around here at the farm, and I'm just going to take a drink of coffee real quick. This is my Third Coast Bakery mug from Michigan. I feel like I could drink a gallon of coffee this morning. This is up in Traverse City. It's a whole gluten-free bakery, and this mug, oh God, my good friends got me 2 of them, and it has the Upper Peninsula, UP on the back, and then our mitten on the front, and, you know, Michigan map. So anyway, it's my home state, for those that don't know. So I wish there had been a gluten-free bakery when I lived there. And I've tried some of their stuff. If you are lucky enough to be in Traverse City, or you can order their things online, their food is amazing. They have a lot of, I don't think it's all vegan, but they have several vegan things, and then everything there is gluten-free. And it's just, oh my gosh, so good. So good. Okay, so let's see. Here at our little farm, okay, we got new ducks. They have gotten giant, and we got 3 new ducks. We don't know if they're boys or girls yet, but they're John, Little Cutie, and Chirpy are their names. So they're super cute, and they are out of the brooder and into the barn with all of the big girls, and everybody is getting along just fine, which is good. And we decided instead of starting seeds this year in the garden that we would get a bunch of starter plants because I'm feeling just like we're doing too much. My husband and I both, we do a lot. In our free time, we do a lot at home. You know, he's been in construction all his life really. And so now when we do things at the house, he does all the work himself. He does all of the outside fixing fences and everything that has to be done and mowing and the tractor stuff, everything. And so between us, we just have so much that we're doing, and we decided to try to scale back a little bit and just try to be more in the moment and enjoy time with each other and the kids and have family time and not be just working constantly. So instead of starting seeds, we bought starter plants, which does cost more. So if you are new to gardening, it does cost more. However, it saves a lot of time, and everything has transplanted very well. So we have so much in the garden now, and we got a few new fruit trees. So our little orchard area now has grapes, peaches, apples, apricots, nectarines, plums, and cherries. And so that is going to be exciting to get fruit there. And then our berries have gotten crazy. We're going to have so many berries. I'm going to be making jam and pie and smoothies and fruit leather. I'm up to my eyeballs in berries, but that's very exciting. And so we've been doing that. We got a really cool new strawberry. I don't know the name of it, but they're white strawberries with red seeds and they taste like pineapple. I mean, how fun is that? I'm super excited for that. That's going to be really fun. So that, and then also I've been reading a little bit. I just finished The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware, and that I highly recommend that book. That is a great book. And I'm also reading the Clean Mama book from cleanmama.org. They had her book through the library. So I'm reading that and I'm enjoying that, and I'm going to do I do her weekly schedule for cleaning. And I've talked about that before, and I'll put her link down below. But I really enjoy just about everything that she does. And so I'm doing her sort of declutter and deep cleaning over the summer. It's going to take me longer than probably as suggested, but I have a lot that I'm doing. So I'm doing that, and I'm reading her book, and that is a great book. It has lots of recipes for homemade cleaning products. And I used to make cleaning products, I don't know, 6 or so years ago. I made laundry detergent and everything, but I didn't always feel that everything was super effective. But I switched to a lot of homemade cleaners in the first place because I was using the eco-friendly and more natural cleaners, and I was having a hard time finding good ones. A lot of the sort of traditional cleaners we struggle with because we all are very sensitive to smells. It gives us headaches, and my son has asthma, and we have a difficult time. So I switched to natural cleaning products for the most part, except for a few things. And then I didn't find them all as effective, so I started making stuff, and I just didn't like some of the recipes. But things have come a long way, and the Clean Mama Becky is her name, and she has some great recipes, and so far I really like everything I've made of hers. So I'm making the change in some areas and then going back to a more natural thing. I'm trying some new laundry detergents versus like your traditional Tide or whatever. And so that's going well. And we already use all cloth napkins. We don't use a lot of paper products other than in the bathroom, and occasionally paper towels. So I am not totally like eco-friendly. I use my grocery bags, my reusable grocery bags, and containers as much as I can, but I do what I can. But cloth napkins I'm kind of obsessed with, and I was thinking that I probably should try to sew some because they would be easy and fun, and I have kind of a problem. It might be one of the things I come back with from Italy is cloth napkins and tea towels for the kitchen, which I know sounds weird, but from traveling, it would be really special to go, oh, these are the ones we got when we were, you know, in Florence or whatever. And so I may do that. But, so anyway, enough about all of this. Should we get to the knitting? I have a little bit. So my mojo was kind of off, but I've gotten back. So I have one finished object, and it's a pair of socks for my daughter. And all of the information is on my project page. So this is just a made up little pattern. They look so small. I mean, they're kind of long, but overall small. They're little short socks. They're for her. She's 4.5. So this colorway is called Surfer Boy Blue, and the company I've mentioned before, and I always say it, I think, wrong, but it's Maui Yarns. And then the little toes is a special colorway from Graceland Wool. And I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it, but it's not in her shop right now anyways, and I don't believe it will be because it was from an Advent swap she and I did with Kayla from Whips on Sticks. So that's not a color, I want to say it's a Harry Potter color. I can't think of what it's called. But anyway, so super cute. So she finally gets to have those. I'm sure she'll be thrilled to have them finally, but now that it's so hot she's in sandals, I don't know if she'll care. And another FO, it's not perfect, but I love it. We painted pottery and I made a little mug with mountains, and I'm no artist, but it's still special. I really like it, and that was exciting, and my kids did some really cute stuff too, so that was fun. We just went to one of those like pottery painting places in town, and just spent a few hours there. My son made a plate, and they did Easter eggs, and well, his is a dinosaur egg. And then my daughter did a narwhal, and it was just really fun. So we did that. So those are my only finished objects. And then I've been working on a few things. So one is in my Birch Grove bag that I'm always using because I love it. And it's my Desert Vista Dye Works socks in the Somebody It's Cold Outside colorway. And this is just a made up pattern for a vanilla sock. Oh, I really, really love them. So they're just so pretty. They're so pretty. And then the heel, toe, and cuff is all Lolo Did It. And that's called Hello Gorgeous. It's one of her little Lolos, which is this. That's what's left. Should be enough for the heel and toe of the other one, but I'm wondering a little bit. But I did start the second one. And I've been using Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady. She marks every 10 rows with little markers, and I started doing that. And you know, that with stripes in your socks, they feel like they go really fast because you think, oh, I just did another 10 rows. I did another 10 rows. And so I kind of flew through once I started doing that. So that's really exciting. So I have been doing that. That's been my in the car on the go knitting. And I'm using my Chowgu, what am I using this time? It's a US 0 2.0 millimeter magic loop, and it's a 32-inch cable. So I'm doing that. And put those over there. So then the other one, this is actually the project that got me back into feeling like knitting. So this is a pattern by Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. It's her morning coffee socks. And my really folded up paper. So it's a little textured sock, and they've been really, really fun. And this is really the thing that made me feel like knitting again after like a couple of weeks of not knitting. It's very unlike me to not want to knit, but I was feeling just kind of overwhelmed. And so I have, the first sock is about halfway done. It has a nice long leg, and I didn't mark every 10 rows on this one, but really great pattern. And so colorway for this is my jellyfish sock set. So the main color is jellyfish, and then the purple is purple beta fish. And so I'm following her pattern exactly. And I'm using Zings on Magic Loop, which is a 2.25 millimeter needle. And my little stitch marker is from Kayla from Whips on Sticks. So I'm using that. And my little bag, actually, it's Lila Lovely on Etsy. It's very bent up, I'm sorry. But it's my cute little bag. And I actually won that in a giveaway. And then it has a cute polka dot inside. So that one has been really fun to work on. And then I made progress on my Nightshift shawl before I kind of took a little knitting break. And it's getting big. And I only have 2 sections, I think, left. So I have like 2 sections and then the I-cord bind off. And this is the Nightshift shawl by Andrea Mowry. And so kind of as soon as it started warming up, I just didn't feel like working on it because, you know, it's warm. But US 8 5.0 millimeter needle. And I have a million ends I'm going to have to weave in. Oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate weaving in ends. I'm so bad at it. I have socks where I just shove them down in the leg. It's terrible. So I'm hoping that I can kind of whiz through this and then have it like blocked and ready for the fall. That's my goal, but I just haven't been feeling like it, so I haven't worked on it that much. And all of the yarn for that is on my project page on Ravelry. So, and the thing that kind of started me not wanting to knit was the Party Top by Abby Knits. And I was knitting this along with Sarah from Graceland Wool, and this is Madeline Tosh, and I forgot the colorway name. It's this little crop top. I mean, it looks ridiculous. It looks so short. It looks like a child's sweater. Anyway, it's supposed to sit basically just below the bust, and it looks really cute on some other people. But I got mad because I don't like how it fits. It overall, the bust line fits fine. The arms fit fine so far. It has this little eyelet detail on the sleeves. The pattern is sort of not really in depth or clear. Yeah, it's not that it's not clear. It's kind of like, oh, you'll get off on the eyelet pattern, so you'll have to fudge it. Well, I hate patterns like that. They make me crazy because if I wanted to fudge it, I would make it up on my own, and I don't want to do that. So I got frustrated. So I got the body done, and it fit, but it was short, and it rode up in the back, and I was like, oh, this is annoying. So what I think I'm going to do is, first of all, I balled it up and threw it in the back of my cabinet, and that's where it's been. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sleeves. It's a 3/4 sleeve. And when the sleeve is done, I'm going to go back. I'm going to undo the ribbing, which is a 1x1 twisted ribbing, and I hate twisted ribbing. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to lengthen the body till I basically run out of yarn, and then I'm going to just do a regular 1x1 rib. And I think I will be fine because I have the whole second skein. I only used almost 1 skein for what I have so far. And so I'll just revisit this later this summer. And maybe I'll have it for fall to wear as the weather changes over some dresses or something. But this is the project that was driving me crazy because I felt like all that work went into it, and then I didn't like how it fit, and it just like the back, I mean, it rode up so high, it looked stupid over my dresses. So anyway, that was frustrating. So that's Madeline Tosh Pashmina, which is 75% merino wool, 15% silk, and 10% cashmere. It's a sport weight, and I think technically the pattern called for DK, but I did it anyways. And the color is called like Optic 305. So there's that. And then I started 2 other projects. One of them is a free pattern from Berroco. It's called Tamora. And it's this tank top. It's really cute. It'll be, I'll wear either another tank or a bandeau, something over my bra so you can't see my bra under there, but just real cute little tank for summer. And I'm using this yarn. I don't have the tag. It's a discontinued yarn actually, but it's from Juniper Moon Fiber Arts. Juniper Moon Farm. And the my God, the base is called Sabine, and it is a blend of cotton, wool, and I think baby llama. And so the cotton is a little bit hard on my hands. I have kind of a hard time with that, but I really like the fabric it's making. This is another Kayla. This is the lemon lavender cupcake. But I'm not too far, but I really like it. So that's a free pattern. And I think that will be cute. And that's a worsted weight. I really wanted to have it done in time for Italy, but I don't think it will be because I started something else. I started the Soldatna by Caitlin Hunter. And that's another crop top, and I don't know why I keep doing crop tops, because I don't wear crop tops. But I might over my dresses and stuff. That's the plan. And I just really wanted to knit this. So I'm basically going to knit till I run out of yarn, so it might be a little longer than the pattern calls for. But I'm a really short needle. I don't know why I'm using such a short needle. I should put it on a longer one. But this is where I am so far. And I am using, let's see, this is SeraCraft DK. It's my newer base. There is a little bit of this in the shop right now. This is in Mouse, which is a beautiful gray color. And then Deep Blue Sea is also SeraCraft yarn in my DK base. And then this is some leftovers from something, and I'm going blank on what it is. I made a cowl for my mom out of it. I'll have to look. So this is the leftovers. I have very little left, and in fact, I'm not going to have enough to finish the color work, so excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to use this, which is fairly close. This is Orange Jellyfish Dream. This is her worsted base. She doesn't have a colorway on here. But this is one of her 50 gram, like it's a half skein of worsted. So I'm just going to switch from this to this. It'll be close enough in the color work to work. And then all of the, so the main color, this is the Deep Blue Sea, and then the charcoal is Mouse. And then the light gray is actually a bunch of scraps I had, and I've moved on to this one, which I think is Cascade yarns, left over from a sweater I knit my daughter 4 years ago. But because the sections for that, they're kind of short and spread out, I just used one of the colors. I ran out, then I started the next one here, and then about halfway through that, I ran out of the second one because they're all mini balls that I had of the light gray. So we'll see how far I get. I may have to look and stash for something else or dye something that is kind of similar in tone to that. But I'm loving this. This has been only a couple of days of knitting, and I'm really, really excited. It's so much fun. I think it's going to be great. So I'll show you. I know people like to look at floats. I do too, because we're nerds. It's great. I just like to see it. You can see all my ends. But I did pretty well carrying them. It's pretty stretchy still. Nothing is very tight. So I think it's going to block out really well. The first section is a little tighter, which kind of always happens with me, the first part, until I kind of get in the grooves a little tighter, but it still has quite a lot of give. I think it will be just fine. So I've been working on that. That's been my big thing. And what else? I think that's most of it. The only other thing I want to mention is that I have been playing a little bit with natural dye, and let me take one more sip. I have been playing with avocado dye. So I saved avocado pits and peels for a while, and I put them in the freezer after I cleaned them and everything. And I have been taking pictures and short videos of that process, of the steeping and the dyeing, and I dyed some non-superwash wool with that, as well as some fabric, and it is steeping in there right now. And I'm going to put together a short video for that, and that will be available for my patrons. So if you are interested in that, on my on patreon.com, I have an account there, and there's a few different levels for that. And so there will be a short video coming up at some point with some of my natural dye projects in there, and how I did it, what I used. If I have the resources to show you, you know, whose website or whatever I got information from, it's all just me learning. I don't know a lot about it. If you have really good suggestions for websites and podcasts and books and all of that, I would love any information on natural dye, because I'm really interested in it and I would like to do that more. I've been saving onion skins, and so that's going to be the next project, I think. And I have quite a large jar of black beans. And I've heard that you can soak the black beans, use the liquid to dye yarn, and then still eat the black beans, because it won't have been with the fiber or you know, any of the stuff that you're using for dyes. So I think that would be really cool, because we do eat a lot of black beans, and I could use that water to dye yarn, which is really cool. And it makes like a blue, which clearly I have a theme going of blue, by the way, if you haven't noticed this episode. But so anyway, any resources you can share with me, I would love that. Maybe I'll open up a thread on Ravelry in my SeraCraft yarn group, and share anything that anybody tells me about, because that would be great. And then the only other thing I'll mention is I am planning projects for the Italy trip. And while I know I will have some things to work on, it's probably simple on the plane, I will be with my husband and kids, and I assume that I will be trying to keep everybody really happy and comfortable on the plane, maybe trying to get some sleep so I'm not a crazy person. And so I don't expect to get all the knitting done, but hopefully some. So I'm trying to decide what I feel like knitting while I'm on the plane and for our trip. I really wanted to have the Tenya done, so I plan to finish the Soldatna and immediately cast on the Tenya again by Caitlin Hunter, because I knit that before and the size was all weird. And I talked about that on, I think it was the first or second episode of the Fiber Girls, if you're interested in hearing about it. But I love the color yarn I chose. It's my old romance color. It's on my merino sock base, which is 100% superwash merino, which is a fingering weight base. So I'm really excited to use that and to have that top. I'm going to plan to cast that on June 1st. See if I can knit it in a month, unless I finish the Soldatna sooner. I mean, it's only May 8th. I could finish the Soldatna. It's going so quick. So basically, as soon as that's done, I'm casting on the Tenya, and then I hope I can be done before our trip. So then I need some kind of top or sweater or something to knit on while we're there, and then a pair of socks. And I have a few ideas. My daughter wants socks out of the Cozy Knitter. This is on the Bliss base in the Ocean View colorway. She really wants socks out of this, and so do I. I'm feeling like I want shorty socks, which would be perfect because I could get both of us socks out of this set. And again, everything's in the same kind of color, apparently. The other one is one of the Regia colorways in the Perfect. Oh, it's colorway 01347. And I've never used Perfect, so I'm really excited about trying that. But I love Regia sock yarn. Regia and Opal are some of my favorites. And so the other is Opal. And this, where's the color on this one? I think, guys, that. Okay, and that's what it looks like. So I can't decide, but these are the ones that are calling out to me right now. So one or maybe two of these will be what I work on our trip. So anyway, I think that's everything. I think I made it through everything, and it's a little longer than my normal episode. So that's all right. So anyway, I think that's it. Yep. Just checking my notes. And I hope you're all doing great. Happy knitting. I will insert some pictures of some of the stuff going on, as well as if I can insert pictures here at the end, they'll be just kind of a collage situation of the club stuff. And if you have anything that you would really like me to talk about next time, please let me know. It's going to be a while till I record again, but we'll see. I'm going to try to go back to my every 2 weeks. We'll see how I do. All right. Happy knitting, happy crafting, all the stuff. Hope everyone's doing great and have a great spring.